All right, it's day 17 on the Advent calendar. We're getting close to Christmas. You guys started your Christmas shopping yet? Because I haven't. We have this new tradition now in our crew where I take my two boys to shop for Mama. And at the same time, I try to get most of my shopping done. And we haven't done that yet. But today is a gift of Glentauchers, aged 10 years in bourbon cask, a Speyside whiskey. Once again, starting my Speyside education for Christmas this year. That's what it turned into. It turned into going to school to study Speyside whiskeys. And I was a begrudging student and pupil at first, but I'm sort of accepting my fate and learning to enjoy the journey. Now this, it smells very different. This is a lot of heavy floral notes, but it's garden house floral. Not perfume floral, but real greenhouse rich. Not earthy, not loam, but I mean, it's hard to... You ever been around what are those trees? There's a kind of tree that once a year it flowers, and the perfumey headiness of those bushes, it's a bush more than a tree. We have them here in Texas, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is, but it's that kind of like you walk past it and you go, whoa, that's dense. It's sort of like that. Now, Glentauchers was one of those distilleries in Speyside that just mostly existed for blending companies. Black and White used it in their blends, and Ballantines. Huh. This is interesting. I really like the nose. Yeah. Ooh. Wow, that took a weird turn. This is all sweet, but it's a sweetness that starts like, wow, that's really sweet, like clingy sweet. And then right about halfway through, it shifts over into a potpourri basket and slight wicker notes. Wow, I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't dislike it, but man, if this went into a blend, it would be dramatic. I mean, you add this to a grain spirit and it's gonna be heavy and fat and... There is it's weird, there's sort of a mouthwashy kind of medicinal aftertaste to this that you don't expect from how sweet it is and how sugary the nose is. I'm gonna add a little water and see if this just opens a wee bit. It got some darker fruit notes into it. Now it's fruity instead of floral. That pushed all of those oils that were centralized to the outside, made them a little sharp and pointy, and that made that way more interesting. Huh. I like this with a dash of water. This is at, oh, well, son of a bitch, that's why. This is 62%, almost 63% alcohol. Holy crap, man. No wonder it feels so heavy. And adding that dash of water, I think this whiskey really needs it. It really opened up access to what's going on in there. Okay. Now it's more interesting. Now it's, I'm convinced that a Speyside characteristic I never really pinpointed in my head is this flowered essence dusted with spices. I keep finding it over and over in all these Speysides in this calendar, which is over and over you find a dense, heavy, sweet in some direction, fruit, floral, candy, something like that. And then if it gets interesting, you end up finding a little bit of these spiced notes, cinnamon or pepper or, you know, something like that. And that's interesting to me. One of my favorite things is to roam through the bulk spice section at like Whole Foods or H-E-B here and just daydream about the stuff I'm never ever going to do with raw spices, but I somehow wished I was a different person and that I was the kind of person who roamed through spice aisles and got little bags of spices and herbs and things and went home and made amazing meals. I just don't. I order out most of the time. But you run through that aisle and for about 30 seconds you feel like I could be the kind of person who gets these little baggies of spices and makes something interesting. And you start searching up recipes on your phone. And this whiskey, it reminds me of a spice aisle. You walk through and you get all of these different heady spices depending on which bin you open. All right, day 17 in the books. Until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal and may you return before we have time to miss you.